Hi there, it's me, Teacher Mike from phuketpals.org. Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at a plan for a discussion essay. We're going to be looking at the template for success for a discussion essay, and we're going to be looking at a model answer for a discussion essay as well, in which you will see all the component parts that I've been talking about used in a nice model form. Okay, so here is the question. Some believe that zoos are ethical, while others refute this. Discuss both points of view. Some believe zoos are ethical, while others refute this. Discuss both points of view. So any kind of problem words in there, refute means argue against. Okay, so some believe zoos are ethical. Ethical means that they're right. Okay, they're right. Unethical means wrong. Okay, so some believe zoos are ethical, while others refute this. Some others disagree with this. Discuss both points of view. So we're not being asked for an opinion here. It's just a pure discussion essay. So we'll go straight into the plan here. The thesis statement will simply state that there are 2 points of view. Okay, point of view 1 and point of view 2. Point of view 1 will be that zoos are ethical. And how do we support that? Well, we'll say that they provide a conservation function. We'll give an example of the Californian condor. That's a type of bird. The Californian condor was almost extinct a number of years ago before it was taken in by the Los Angeles Zoo, I believe, and they bred it with other remaining Californian condors, and they raised its numbers in the wild to the hundreds, if not thousands. So they caught this particular species of condor just on the brink of extinction, and then brought it back, and raised its chances for survival moving into the future. Some people might say zoos are ethical as well because of the educational function they provide. Okay, schools can visit, kids get hands-on, up close. They get lots of experiences that are not found in a textbook. So there's some ideas about why some people think zoos are ethical. However, other people say zoos are unethical. There's animals don't have a natural habitat. They're robbed of their natural habitat. They don't get enough exercise, they don't have any freedom, and they have no dignity. Okay, dignity just in the wild, animals have dignity. They're masters of their own sphere, their own area, and they get to hunt, they get to support their families in the wild. But in the zoo, they don't have any of this. They're kind of robbed of what it means to be an animal, I suppose, all of these things like hunting and all the rest of it. Okay, so that's the kind of quick 5-minute plan. Just like I've said in other videos like this one, you only have 5 minutes in your practice and 5 minutes in the real test to make your plan. So do it just like this and have a little brainstorm. You don't have to use all of these ideas, but it gets you moving in the right direction once you start writing. And that you can take out whatever ideas you don't want whenever you're in the middle of the essay itself. The reason I leave it slightly open like this is sometimes you feel like developing an idea more. Sometimes you feel like giving an extra consequence or maybe even a contrast to an idea. And sometimes if you set yourself too strict a number of ideas to follow, you kind of feel like you have to follow that blindly, and maybe you don't develop an idea as much as you should have. So moving on, here's the template for success for the discussion essay. 4 paragraphs. Introduction, you're going to paraphrase the question, then your thesis statement you will give next, then an outline sentence. And you'll see the outline sentence in a minute. It's very, very simple. It just says like these ideas will be discussed in this order, something along those lines. Body 1, topic sentence, then examples and explanation, then conclusion sentence. Body 2, exactly the same. Topic sentence, examples, explanations, and conclusion sentence. Then conclusion, as always, exactly the same for all 4 IELTS Essay 2 essay types. Summarize and restate your thesis. and then make a prediction or a recommendation. So let's move on to the model. Here it is. Introduction. Since the advent of zoos over a millennium ago, people have disagreed over their ethicality. Some people believe that keeping animals in zoos is ethically justifiable, while others strongly refute this. These points will be discussed in this order. It is believed by some that zoos are ethical. For example, zoos have captive breeding programs that have saved many species of animals from extinction, such as the California condor. At one time, only 27 of these remained until the birds were taken into captivity and bred. Now there are hundreds of them circling in the California skies thanks to Los Angeles Zoo. Another ethical justification of zoos is that they educate. Schools often visit zoos so that the children can get hands-on, up-close experiences of animals. When combined with class-based theory, this real-life event will stay with the children for the rest of their lives, giving them knowledge of the world that cannot be found in a textbook. For instance, Florida's Lowry Park Zoo allows children to feed many animals, including rhinos. Of course, this is all done under the strictest supervision, providing young people with a unique learning experience. These examples clearly show why many believe zoos are ethically justifiable. Okay, so introduction is simple enough. Okay, we just paraphrase the question there. Many people disagree over since zoos began over a millennium ago, over 1,000 years ago. People have disagreed over their ethicality, whether they're ethical or not. Then we state both points of view here. Some people believe that keeping animals in zoos is ethically justifiable, while others strongly refute this. And then we have this outline sentence here. These points will be discussed in this order. This last sentence just gives us a nice little kind of bit of control over the end of the introduction and just lets the reader know what is to come and in what order. Okay, then the paragraph itself, we have a short and sweet topic sentence, clearly stating the main idea of the paragraph. Then we have an example, real life example about the California condor. And then we have the second supporting point, which is about zoos educate. Okay, and then we develop that quite a bit in here. We have a when complex sentence here as well, note that. We also have an ing clause here, developing the ideas. And we give another example here, for instance. And yeah, again, we're developing the idea, providing young people with unique learning experiences. So we're giving these examples and we're developing them. We're showing why these examples are important for what we're trying to prove or what we're trying to show here. And the very last sentence here, these examples clearly show, should be an S, these examples clearly show why many people believe zoos are ethically justifiable. So the last sentence, again, just ties our examples in the middle here straight back to the topic sentence, and the paragraph has a nice logical structure to it. Okay, moving on. Body 2. On the other hand, many argue that zoos are unethical. Take the cramped conditions at zoos, for instance. Often animals that have been taken from their natural habitat are locked up in cages and left for extended periods of time without proper exercise. In the wild, these animals are free to roam, but conditions in captivity prevent this for safety reasons. Many argue this lack of freedom and unnatural environment slowly kill the captive animal, robbing it not only of its freedom but also its dignity. This example makes it clear why so many people believe denying wild animals freedom is unethical. Conclusion. After analysing the above, it is clear both sides have logical and succinct points to make. It is recommended that local governments should monitor zoo conditions more closely in the future to ensure ethical standards are met. Okay, so there we have it. In body 2, we give point of view 2. On the other hand, to show the linking language to show the examiner that we're showing the opposite side. Note again that the topic sentence is very short and very clear. Many argue that zoos are unethical. There's no way to misread that or misunderstand. That's clear from the start of the paragraph what we're going to talk about. Then we give an example straight away, cramped conditions, and then we explain about that. And we kind of contrast this with how animals live in the wild. and how that living in a zoo in captivity prevents this natural kind of roaming that animals do in the wild. So then we kind of develop the argument more, saying that this lack of freedom and unnatural environment slowly kills the animal. Well, some people say that. Then another ing clause here, robbing it, not only of its freedom, but also its dignity. Okay, so it's strong stuff. Not only robbing of its freedom, but its dignity. That's strong language. And that's what people would say. This is the kind of language people would use if they think zoos are unethical, for sure. Then we have a little conclusion sentence again. This example makes clear why so many believe denying wild animals freedom is unethical. Okay, so we're linking our example in the middle here of the paragraph back to the topic sentence again, and we've got that nice logical structure to the paragraph. Conclusion, after analysing the above, so this clause here just links us to the body, and then we just kind of summarise what our thesis was. It's clear that both sides have logical and succinct points to make. Okay, so there's both two sides to the argument here we've discussed. And then we recommend at the end, it is recommended that local governments should monitor zoo conditions more closely in the future to ensure ethical standards are met. So that's our little recommendation to leave the examiner thinking a little bit more about this issue. So that's about it. Okay. I say that's a discussion essay. You can take this home. You can learn from this. I would write it out in your notebooks if I were you. I'd write all of the the last 4 videos. I'd write all of these out in your notebook. Focus in the vocab. Look at the flow. Look at how it's linked together. Look at the collocations. Look how each paragraph. Look how each body paragraph only develops the topic sentence, nothing else. And look at how I set up, look at how I give consequences, look at how I provide contrasts, look at how I provide examples. And also, please study in more detail the conclusion sentences, the outline sentences, and everything else that makes the essay good. Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'm Teacher Mike from phuketpals.org. Have a good day. Bye-bye.